All right. I want to ask the sister. I said, do you believe that Trump is a part of the elites?
I said that. I came on and said that from the
Right.
beginning.
Right. Okay. Okay. So we all agree. Okay. So if Trump is a part of the elites, how is it that basically what you and a lot of other Trump, well, I ain't gonna say you're not a Trump supporter. I apologize for that. Well, backing Trump, why are y'all trying to like separate the two? Because we do know that anybody that's a part of the $100 million club or higher has an agenda, and they are puppets. So that means that everything that Trump is doing, his puppet master is telling him to do that. Now, with that being said, if he is only following orders, all the things that y'all saying are great about him is coming from his puppet master, not him. And why would they be telling him to do this? Oh yeah, to brainwash, because you know the games, Queen. You know the game. Their job is to come in and to brainwash the masses, to get the masses to do what they want us to do, to divide and conquer, to keep us in a lower frequency level. We understand that. So why are we allowing this man to come in and manipulate us and manipulate some of us to a point that yes, we are divided because people that believe in this Trump ordeal, man, they going against everybody that don't. You see what I'm saying? And now now you got a mindset saying, you know what? He is the less of two evils. The less of two evils. I don't think we'll tolerate the less of two rapists, will we? Would you? I don't think so. Would you choose a nice rapist over a mean rapist? I think you'll say, nah, I'm not dealing with none of you nasty motherfuckers. So it's beyond me how they done dumbed us down to the point where we're accepting evil, period.
Mm-hmm.
This whole illusion that YP is doing and the mainstream media is doing, because it ain't just YP, it's the mainstream. He's just riding he riding that wave right now, trying to separate like China. Like there's a difference between the Chinese government and the United States. They're working together. They're all a part of this system together. Like that's another thing that we all knew, that the governments around the world, they all getting a slice of the pie. We talking about the elites here. We're not talking about regular people, just us. Because in area, even in China, you think there ain't nobody out there working for pennies for a dollar? I mean, pennies on a dollar? You think ain't nobody in China hurting? Like people are hurting over here? They probably people over there hurting worse than us hurting. We got bums over here that live a better life than some of the people in China that work. We're talking about the elites. So when we hear people saying, yeah, China, they trying to do a one up on the U.S., what are you talking about? We already know what time it is when we're dealing with the elites, man. They're all at the tippy top. All of them. All these countries that they telling you, yeah, we're going to war with them, we're going to war with them, we're going to war. They named these particular countries for a reason. Not all of them, most of them. Why? Because they're letting each other know what time it is. We ain't no country we can go in unless they allow us to go in there, because they're a part of the whole game, bro. The game is beyond what a lot of people think, and I think that's why a lot of people like, well, China. It's easy. That's the easy part, being divisive. It's easy to blame somebody, and black people, we have a problem with blaming the motherfucking boogeyman. Now y'all blaming China. Who y'all gonna blame next? Sonic the Hedgehog? Man, if it wasn't for these groundhogs and shit, nigga have a way better life out here. Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta stop it, man. When we gonna start truly waking up and putting this real information out there and stick to the truth? Like one day you down with the truth, the next day, nah, you know what? I think China ain't involved no more, man. I think that they the ones that, they created the virus, they did this. Nah, man, they ain't listen, ain't nobody creating shit without the people at the top knowing. Ain't gonna be it'll be a surprise to our asses. But it ain't gonna be no surprise to none of these motherfuckers that's down and a part of the elites, man. They all know what's going on. They set everything up before they released it. Believe that. So let's stop with
Fact.
the divide and conquer. Let's stop all that shit, man. We don't. I think we don't been so indoctrinated and got so used to being divisive. It's become second nature, nigga. We just divisive just for the fuck of it now. Like fuck the Arabs, fuck China, fuck Japan, fuck black people, fuck white people, fuck the Hispanics. Like get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit, man. And that's what he pushing. And that's what the media is pushing. Doing things of that nature. You might always say that all the elites are doing that. I don't. There is no difference between one elite versus another. They're all working under the same umbrella. They all have the same fucking agenda. They all want the same thing. So I don't care how they might present it in public. They're gonna have to change it up. I mean, you think that the elites don't have enough common sense to know that when they assign these presidents gonna have to be different from the last? I mean, how stupid you think these people are? Because if they was that stupid, they wouldn't be in power to begin with. So they know they have to give you somebody that's gonna appear different on the outside. You know what I'm saying? On the surface. I mean, come on, it's just part of the game. But go ahead.
Yeah, they all in the bed together. Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. They all in the bed together.
And people are falling for it. Like literally falling for it. You know, I don't know. At this time, I'm starting to think they done created everybody to becoming a full fledged troll, and I think some of these trolls are trolling and don't even realize it. You know, because this shit is ridiculous. There's no way in hell that people could be this damn foolish. It just can't be. This can't be real life. We was just listen. We was in the forefront. You know what? Let's think about this for a second. The past year, what has been going on? What was what was like controlling mainstream media? Let's keep it real. Let's act like we haven't forgot. The main word that was being thrown around on the mainstream media was conspiracy theories. You know why? Because the truth was the truth was being exposed to a large amount of numbers, more numbers than ever before. It was so much truth being pushed on social media to the point that mainstream media tried to had to come out and say something about it. All that shit has went away. Do y'all not understand this? They eliminated what we had going on, man. All the truth, everything that we was putting out, we had them on their heels. We put them up against the wall, and they give you a pandemic. They give you the ultimate distraction to keep you to knock you off your square. There's no more real knowledge being true. Not how it was just a year ago. Hell, just a couple of months ago. Let's keep it all the way real. Just a couple of months ago, bro, we had mainstream media talking about flat Earth, talking about conspiracy theories in general, talking about trying to persuade people not to get that information from YouTubers or Instagram and Facebook. Y'all don't remember that? And now all of a sudden everything is changed and everybody magically became a Trump supporter? What's wrong? Y'all come on, do y'all not see what's going on here? These people threw everything that they had at us, and I can't believe that we fell for it. I thought we was way prepared for this. I really thought. We talked about how they was gonna do something because of the truth coming out. We talked about this for a while. We was saying, look, we know they gonna throw everything they got at us, man. They probably gonna do another 9/11 event. Now on the mainstream media, you know what they're saying? They're saying that this is like worse than 9/11. Where do you think they get that rhetoric from? They're paying close attention to what's going on. I'm gonna say the little people, which is us, because we the little people compared to them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in their eyes. And guess what? I can't believe that it's working. I thought that we had put enough information, enough knowledge out there where people would be like, oh no, we know this a hoax. Oh no, we know. You know what I'm saying? But god damn, man, let me tell you something. Fear is a motherfucker. Because it's being proven right now that fear is more powerful than truth, bro. If you can scare a motherfucker, all logic goes right out the window, and we living it right now.
It was
But go
purposely
ahead, bro.
in place. It's like, dude, these people don't think like the average. They think in advance. They already, like I say, they already got probably the next 10 presidents already lined up for your ass, and everything is already mapped out. It's a giant stage. So for every 5 problems that they create, you gotta remember they creating these problems. These ain't some natural disasters. events that's taking place. These are problems that are being orchestrated by them for the sole purpose to put in front of the American public and say, see, he is a good guy. Look at all the things that he fucking fixed. Well, you already knew that he was going to fix it 10 years ago. Because you put it there just so he could do it when he get in office. When we going to learn that all this shit has been pre-planned for your ass? For you to think the way you think right now. And what boggles my mind is that these supposed to be grown-ass men and women, adults. But yet they're out here allowing these people to not only control them physically, but mentally. And like you said earlier, you can't even you don't really own your own children, let alone can even teach them real knowledge, because they're gonna indoctrinate them when you put them in the governor's schools. You done completely gave your whole life to an entity that's a fallacy. You gave up one religion and you accepted a new one. You put down one Jesus and obtained a new Jesus, which is Trump and the government as a whole. And that's one of the main reasons why I believe that we cannot get out of this rut that we in, because people have not became an adult. You might look like an adult on the outside, but your mind is still a child. You still being controlled, and you still operate like a child if you feel like you need daddy government to continue to raise you to the day you die. So ultimately I'm still waiting though. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me a reason why I should support him, or any of us to support this man, because I see him no different from anybody else. He's a goddamn puppet, man. He always been a puppet. He's been a puppet since he was on before he even ran for president. And a lot of you motherfuckers that's supporting Trump right now was the same motherfuckers before he became president, was calling him all kind of dumbasses. He's a jackass. He'll never win. And now y'all just, I don't know, man. Now y'all dick riding like a motherfucker. It's just weird to me. Because like I say, that's like self-snitching. If he gonna get all the rich people out there, then he'll be getting himself out of there too. As a matter of fact, he'll be like, look here, man, I'm a part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna do nothing like that. The ultimate goal is to make sure that he keep them people at the tip top. You gotta remember, this is a matrix that they all control. So why would he go in and say, you know what, I'm gonna level the playing field. I'm gonna give up everything that I got to help others. Come on, man. If that was the case, man, Trump would have a track record of doing just such. This motherfucker probably done fired more people. Hell, he even had a TV show where he fired motherfuckers.
Yeah, it really is. I really believe that what we read in Revelations about the Antichrist, we're living it now, because we're at the brink of a pandemic. We're finna be having worldwide famines. We're going into digital currency and microchipping. And now people are worshiping America's leader. And they told you that the Antichrist would come from America, man. They told you that. Y'all was saying George Bush was going to be the Antichrist. When the Antichrist come, you ain't going to know it. You're going to be worshiping him. If you look around, most of the people saying their consciousness is believing in a white man named Trump, while talking shit for Christians for believing in a white man named Jesus. When I believed in Jesus to make changes in my life, every change that was good, I accredited to Jesus. And every bad thing, I said, that's the devil. That's what we do for presidents. Under a president, every good thing in your life, you say that's because of Trump. Every bad thing, you're going to blame either yourself or some deep state or something else. But you see, why is Trump your hero? What did he do to gain your support? So far, I haven't been really getting any good answers. I think people are under the impression that Trump is getting the rich white people out of there or the deep state out of there, when I mean he's actually part of it, man. Like, it's kind of like this, right? You running for president, I'm running against you, but we both in the same family. Now, in order for you to accept government, period, there have to be something called problem, reaction, solution. The solution for the first problems that was created in the world was government. The problem that rich people created was something called a peasant that they didn't educate very well. Let me break some down to you, the history of government, so you can understand why I'm anti-government. And I'm gonna pass you the mic back, Dreads, and we'll let 614 for government to even be needed. They had to create a problem. The problem that they created was something called a peasant. Do your research. A peasant was a person who didn't have the mental capacity to govern themselves. It ain't like they was born dumb. Someone indoctrinated them and made them dumb. And once they made most of the world dumb and incapacitated, meaning in a state where grown men can't govern their own mind, the solution that the church introduced was something called government. Well, listen, since y'all so dumb, we'll govern your mind. And the people say, yeah, because they saw a bunch of smart men in robes and gold working with science. And just like today, and we're in a hood eating ramen noodles and shit, we the peasants. And what happens is when you dumb a people down, that's a problem. So the solution to that is to govern them. You see what I'm saying? To govern their minds, since they can't govern it for themselves. So government was created based upon a Hegelian dialect as a solution to a problem that the people who wanted to assume power solved. So once they solved the problem, that's what put them in power. They was the damn remedy for the problem, for the govern over you. Now it's to a point today where they can take your children away from you. They can arrest you if you beat your children. They said you don't know what's best for your children because your mind ain't even in a level to govern itself. I'm going to govern you. And if you beat your own child, I'm going to lock you up. See, you can't be the daddy of your son if you got a damn daddy. And your daddy giving you curfews, your daddy telling you when and when you can't whip your children. So this is deeper than Trump for me. I'm anti-government, and I'm clarifying that to pick the lesser of two evils is to still choose evil, and it's still saying, I want to be controlled. The government send these agents after you only if you're telling the truth, man. Not only are we getting censored with the numbers and everything, we having trolls interrupt us, and they would only do that if you're telling the truth. This ain't nobody that's calling in to give us some education on why we're wrong and why we should support Trump. They're just into silencing you. That ought to let you know that we telling the truth. If this don't put a stamp on my message, what will? The fact that my message being attacked, other people is not. Our message is being attacked. So appreciate the trolls for actually putting that stamp of certification on our message. Now, here's what I'm going to say. When I say that we don't need government, right? Someone is under the oppression that is anarchy. Anarchy is a state of disorder due to absence or non-recognition of authority. You are your fucking authority in your house. That's what I'm saying. You don't. So what dumbasses think, Dreads? They think if we got rid of government, shit'll be fucked up. It'll be like the purge. I got news for you. Look outside, dumbasses. There is an authority over you, but guess what? It's still chaos outside.
Facts.
You would think with a government, we wouldn't be in a state of disorder. What we read for the definition of anarchy is it's a state of disorder that's due to a lack of authority. In our case, we have tons of authority, but it's our authority figures that's sending your little children to war, making that 18-year-old throw a damn grenade in that building with children and women. You call that order. I call it disorder. See, you don't know what order is. You've just gotten used to chaos. Before government, the earth was in perfect order. When government set up shop, wars began, famine began, poverty began and the world ain't been in a state of order since government was conceived. Without government, every man would govern their own fucking household, and every community would deal with its own motherfucking code breakers. And that's the best form of government ever. Because I know in that type of government, we won't have to have one president trying to attack pedophiles. If there was no damn government, every damn pedophile would be dead right now, because the people, right? If the people in these communities ain't gonna let no pedophile keep living in proximity to their goddamn children. All the man in that community would have said, look, let's go on a hunt for all the pedophiles in our village. The government said they going on a hunt, but we gotta hope they do it. You can't take law into your own hands. If somebody break in your house and they just happen to get outside the front door and die, you going to jail. Because they didn't die in your house. You better hope if you shoot that man, he died in your house. And you taking law, you trying to protect your family. But guess what? Since there's an authority over you, you still will be tried in court to see what's the way you did it is true or not, or was justified or not. So basically what I'm saying is this right here. We got government, and homosexual marriage is illegal. Kids are confused about their sex. Motherfuckers is starving. The science books got lies in them. The education system is a miseducation system. We got government, but did you know that America got more prisoners than any other country? We got more people behind bars in the land of the free than any other country. You call this order. I call it chaos when I see 12-year-old girls twerking. I call it chaos when I cut the TV on and see goddamn rappers at the White House. I call it chaos. You think without government, the world will go into chaos. When you so damn sleep, you don't realize that with government, that's when the disorder was created. Now, I'm going to go to 614, see what he got to say. 614, you got the flow, man. Go ahead, spit your spiel, and then we'll interject with questions when we have them. Go ahead, bro.